a legend joining us out of West Branch. It is Walt DeShields, the head coach of the girls basketball program over there. Coach,
What's up,
thank you
guys?
so much for joining us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Coach. Can you
Good.
hear us? All right.
Yeah, I can hear you. How you
Awesome.
guys doing?
We're doing good. Thank you for joining us.
And Coach, I just want to start off by saying, I mean, you guys obviously one of the best programs, or one of the better ones, definitely in girls basketball in the area. Looking at what you guys were able to do last year, let's look ahead and kind of meet the team this year. Who are going to be the big playmakers that you're expecting this year, and who are going to be some dark horse younger girls that you think are going to have an impact and maybe a chance to even get some big minutes down the stretch?
Yeah, well, we got a couple good two starters coming back and two seniors. They were their second and third leading scorer last year, and one of them is Anna Lippiott, 5'11" guard, shooting guard, and she's been a 4-year starter for us, and we're expecting a lot of leadership out of her with the younger girls. Also, Sydney Mercer, who you've seen on the volleyball court and softball field. Sydney is a dynamic player, physical player, 5'9", but plays a lot bigger than that. She, gets a lot of rebounds and real physical at both ends of the floor. And we're expecting some leadership. She was our leading rebounder last year and our second leading scorer. She made second team All-League, and Anna made honorable mention. From that point, we're pretty young, but we've got some talent and some size. In our junior class, Hannah Egley, which Emma Egley was our point guard last year, went on to Marietta to play soccer. And Hannah is going to be one of our wings as well, really good shooter. And also then another junior, Cammie Campbell, who really has worked hard, had a great offseason in the summer, put a lot of time in, and she's actually the granddaughter of legendary West Branch coach Chuck Campbell. And she's put a lot of time in, and she's also going to help us a lot this year as a junior. She's like 5'8". Also in our sophomore class, a couple of players that played quite a bit for us last year. Sophia Gregory, you've seen her in a tough battle in soccer last week against Canfield. Just a dynamic athlete. 6'1" or 6'2". She's going to end up being our point guard, probably the tallest point guard we've ever had. Also, Olivia Showalter. She played quite a bit for us last year at center. She's a 6'1" or 2" on the volleyball court as well. And then Michaelin Fitz, another 6'1" sophomore, plays volleyball. The nice thing about West Branch is we like girls that play multiple sports and get involved in a lot of things and in the community and everything else.
I imagine with you just listed a couple of 6'2", 6'1" girls. Then you have Sydney Mercer, who's 5'9", but plays like she's 6 foot with her physicality. I don't think rebounding and height are going to be a problem for you guys this year.
No, I think we're going to look a little bit like some boys teams. Our size and length is going to be really, really fun to coach. We're going to do some different things this year because of it, especially at the defensive end. We've got to get a little bit better, handling the ball and making good decisions on offense, and get a couple other people to step up and be scorers besides, Sydney and Anna. But we think we've got that. We had a great summer, did a lot of camps this summer. Went down to Xavier down in Cincinnati and had a good camp against a lot of good teams. Sherridsville all the time in the Huggins camp. We were in the Final Four there. So it's an exciting season, very optimistic, but we definitely have to create some depth off of our bench and really work hard in this preseason. We got some great scrimmages coming along. Kent McKinley's coming here at West Branch, along with a lot of teams, Howland and Fitch, and a lot of big Division I schools. Gilmore Academy that first weekend, and then we've got to go to Stowe. We go over to Dalton for a good scrimmage all the time, and also with Struthers at the foundation game over at the field house.
You look at this schedule that you put together. It's always a tough schedule for your program. Talk about some of the teams. Obviously, we know the EBC and what tough schedule that is. Talk about the non-conference schedule and some of the teams that are going to be sharpening your tools this year to get you ready for the tournament.
Yeah, our league's always tough, so you can't take a night off. I mean, and Marlington's going to be good again. That's 3 of our 5 losses last year. We went 20-5, and 3 of them were to Marlington and lost in the district semifinal to them. And Salem's always good. They're going to come out and pressure you and play physical. A lot of teams in our league are very well coached. The scouting and everything, you just can't really do anything, special. They're going to know what you got, and we know what they have. Carrollton's going to be a bigly improved team this year, along with Canton South. So our league's always tough. And then as far as non-league, we play a lot of the same teams we played last year, and a lot of them have a lot of returning players. We open up with Garrettsville Garfield, who pretty much have their whole lineup back. I think they had 1 senior last year. He's expecting in Division III to do really well again over at Garfield. We play Canfield. We have them at home this year. We've struggled a little bit against them the last couple of years. They're a big rivalry for us and always get us ready for our league. We have them right before Thanksgiving. East Liverpool's a new one this year. We go down to East Liverpool and play them. We still have Boardman. We still have Austintown Fitch. And we play New Philly, 3 Division I schools that all battle us really well. We play Doylestown Chippewa, and they're very well coached as well. And then we got Cardinal Mooney, and we also play in a couple of invitationals. And I think, with high school players, you give them opportunity to have memories with their season. And 2 of the memories that I think we're going to have this year, one is we're going to play in the United Way Classic at Poland. Now, we're excited. We're the only girls game. Us in Poland, Nick Blanche and I, we're great friends. He's a great coach. He's always well prepared. His teams play hard. And we're going over to Poland to play them in between a couple boys games. But the idea of United Way and what it does is more important. And that's what we're going to teach the girls as we go into that invitational classic. The other one we're going to is over at Glen Oak. And Coach Wackerly's putting on a great Wishes Can Happen tournament. We're playing West Geauga out of Cleveland, who had a really good season last year as well. And that, Wishes Can Happen. They're going to send a couple of kids down to Disney in Florida with the money that they make from that tournament.
Coach, I want to just compliment first off what you've been able to do with West Branch and girls basketball, and I mean impressive records over the years. I want to just ask you this. What does it mean to you to have your name, and of course, with your wife Penny doing what she does with the volleyball team, what does it mean to have your name attached to such a big impact in so many young women's lives over the years, and such a big impact in now the evolution of women's sports as a whole?
Well, it's, women's sports as a whole has really grown from, 20, 30 years ago. But kind of started with Chuck Campbell, and when they won the state title in 2004, he'll even go back to the team, and back in the 90s that went to state, that kind of really got this program at another level. But basically just we always go back and talk about some of our past teams and past players, what it means to be a West Branch Lady Warrior, and basically that the program is bigger than them. And they're part of something for 4 years. They kind of carry that torch for 4 years. And what are they going to do? How are they going to be remembered? What kind of footprints are they going to leave behind? And they really work hard. Our program has, built on hardworking girls and a great community that supports us. And as a coach, when I took the program over 17 years ago, I told myself that I was hoping not to let the program down. I was going to work extremely hard and get the girls to continue to do that as well, and just, keep building from there. But they know that they're part of something special.
The success of the program is not hard to find. You go into the gym, you can see all the banners, you can see everything that this program has done. Do you think that being said, the prestige that West Branch girls basketball has makes the young kids in the program that are, 7th and 8th grade coming into freshman year want to work that much harder to not be the one that, oh man, we're gonna take down this like to keep this program prestige up, and to make sure that they're doing what they have to do when they come into high school to keep the program legacy where it's at.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, we hang up pictures in our locker room. A lot of people don't see our locker room, but they see some of the championship teams, and every year we get a couple of young ball girls, 6th grade ball girls, and it's funny to go back and see a lot of our players that went on to be varsity players and superstars that were ball girls for us that were in that locker room in 6th grade, and they look up at those pictures on how small and tiny they were, and they look at all that success, and they want to have a taste of that too. They want to be remembered. They want to put their number as seniors up on that banner so that they're remembered as well. But it does put a little added pressure, but we don't look at it that way. We look at it, just daily work, getting prepared for the next opponent, and just, kind of we celebrate our successes when the season's over, at the banquet and things like that. We have a lot of fun during the season. It's about having fun. It's high school sports. It's about experiences and relationships and things like that. I just went over and saw, Jillian Pigeon was a starter for us last year, a real good player, honorable mention all Ohio, and she was over playing at Mount Union Soccer. And Emma Egley, our point guard last year, like I mentioned earlier, was at Marietta, and they were playing each other over at Mount Union Stadium. And I think there were more West Branch people there than Mount Union people there for fans. So it was exciting to see those two, start their college career.
I feel like we've completed the Monopoly set, whatever that green property set is on West Branch, because we got you on, we had Penny on the show, and we had Drew on before. Talking with both Penny and Drew, we know that household is competitive. So I have to ask you, what gives you the competitive edge in that house?
I guess I'm the alpha male, the dad. But, Drew said it earlier, which coach would he rather play for? He kind of said me, because my wife yells a lot. I've heard that a few times myself. But, we're real competitive in our house, but it's all fun. We play fantasy football, and we're talking trash on Sunday afternoons or hoping our guy scores Monday night to win. But my wife doesn't like that much. She's right now, a lot of times on Sunday, she's out in the kitchen cooking for the linemen that block for Drew. So it's just a real competitive. I mean, she has 312 wins now, and I'm sitting on 300. So I can't wait till the season starts so I can maybe hopefully go past her again. She's having a great volleyball year, and we'll be there tomorrow night at Alliance against Mentor Lake Catholic, and we're going to stop practice a little short. Right now, we don't have a lot of girls in the gym because, we have a lot of volleyball players, and soccer just lost, so we give them a little bit of time in between seasons. So we're looking at 7 or 8 girls. We can't even go 5-on-5 right now in the gym. But we're going to give them a little bit of time off to go see that volleyball game. And certainly Friday night, the playoff game, again, we'll stop practice short because we want to get those girls there and being part of that big crowd. And how about that Salem game, huh?
I was just about to ask you about that, because we want to, this is a basketball preview, but you're getting ready to be a coach. You got to be a fan on Saturday. Heart rate level, where was it at as that game kind of developed the way it did?
It's a lot tougher watching your kid than it is coaching. And, you can see behind me, I got pictures of Drew, TJ down there playing quarterback down at Sul Ross in Texas. And just, it's harder to watch your kid play as a parent. I never thought it would be that way because I coached football for 13 years and, baseball for 30 years and now basketball for 30 years. And it's a lot harder watching your kid, especially in a game like that, your rivalry, the place is packed. It was exciting. I mean, our community, the last probably 2 or 3 minutes of that game in overtime, you couldn't hear a thing. Our community was on their feet, people that you hadn't seen for a while, but just an exciting game. And it was tough for either team to lose that game. I think they learned a lot from it, and not both teams, like we jumped on them took that early lead, and then they came back and didn't quit and took the lead back on us. And I think that was important for our kids to lose that lead and see what they're made of. And they certainly showed that at the end of the game. I got two of them sitting here in the room with me. Stephen Marr is sitting over here doing physics, and Drew's just taking the period off. I think he's got study hall this period, so he just sits over there and I don't know, plays PlayStation or looks for new fantasy players to beat his dad. I don't know what he's doing over there, but they're sitting over in the room. And come on over, guys, for just a second. And yeah, we're excited, but it's all over now, and they know they got to get prepared for CVCA. It's a new season. They took a deep breath on Sunday. They're 10-0. Can't take that away from them. Yeah, get in here, guys. This is who I get to see every day. This
love guest appearances.
And with that too, I mean, we gotta ask Steven too. You're gonna have both of you actually. You gotta give your campaign for Big Dog of the Year. Both of you right now have a chance to campaign for yourself. You're both up for it.
Two big dogs. I'm really small. Look how little I look compared to them. They're the big dogs around here, not me.
As both of them now have a chance to get Big Dog of the Year. I mean, football voting, we got to see where that one's at. There's already, I think we were over 39,000 right now. We're almost at 40,000 votes right now. So you got two West Branch guys in there. So you guys, a little bit of internal competition going on as well for Big Dog of the Year.
Is there any way we can get those two to tie?
We already said that soccer playoffs are commencing, so no one's tying anymore here.
Okay, yeah.
So
penalty kicks, right?
Penalty kicks. Well,
as coach, before we kind of let you go though, and kind of to just wrap up this this whole basketball preview, let's wrap up by kind of meeting the rest of your staff and some of those assistants and some of those big people that are going to be helping you out along the way. You could even shout out the ball girls as well.
There's another legend in West Branch right behind me.
This is this.
Yeah, isn't this amazing?
Who's who?
Everybody wants to come to my room and see me, and I don't know what's going on, but Penny has been an assistant for me the last 5-6 years now, and certainly, not just my wife, but I'm kind of the boss in the gym for basketball. She is at home, and I don't know that much about volleyball, so I try to tell her, what to do and how to play and who to play, but she knows I don't really know what I'm talking about a whole lot. I just kind of look at girls and who works hard. But she's going to help us out as much as she can. She's now the assistant principal at the high school, so she's pretty busy. Bob Shepard is going to be an assistant coach for us this year. Bob is coming back. He was on Chuck Campbell's staff as a JV coach many, many years ago. Bob is also a varsity assistant football coach for us, so I don't expect to see him for about 6 more weeks. At least I hope it's 6 more weeks, because that'll be the state finals. But also Lou Celaroli, and Lou's been the head boys coach here, and he's been back and forth between the girls program and the boys program, but he's been back with me now for 4 years. He's coaching our JV team, and just a wealth of knowledge for Lou. And then also Mike Butcher, my brother-in-law, in 34 straight years with the girls basketball program. We've had 27 winning seasons in a row without a losing season. So that's, something, again, that you guys mentioned earlier about the program and how girls want to be part of that and continue that, that tradition. But Mike's been here 34 years, and just, again, the great knowledge. And when he's in the gym, a lot of the girls, really learn a lot, not just about basketball, but about life and everything else. Our middle school coaches, we got a new 8th grade coach, Tony Lucente. He's going to be the first year with us, and he's from Struthers, but he's teaching here now, so he wanted to coach 8th grade. And then Chris Adams has been with me all 17 years. Another, guy that's been in the football program, been at West Branch for almost 35 years teaching and coaching different sports. And his son's the center that snaps the ball to Drew all the time. So we're one big happy family here. No matter what sports you play, we're one big happy community, and everybody, knows everybody. And as you guys well saw, the support from from the West Branch side, it was 5:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, and our stands were already packed. It was hard to find a seat by 6. And I know Salem was a little bit late coming. They packed the place too, but they got there probably between 6 and 7. But our community is so excited about being there for a team that has worked hard and had that much success.
You know, it's a perfect segue because my last question for you is the community support for your program. You guys travel better than almost anybody. Anywhere you go, you're going to see a lot of green in the stands. And now this year, you got to get back to full capacity crowds and get those crowds behind you. What's it going to mean to this program to be able to let that West Branch community kind of flow in back to the basketball courts?
Yeah, well, this is our 50th year for the girls basketball program at West Branch, and we have 783 wins, and we're trying to go for 800 this year. Just another milestone. We have a lot of loyal fans that have been coming for years and years and years. We get fans as we go along. If the more we're winning, the more come. But our away crowds are really good. Our girls know that when they show up to some gyms, we'll have more people there than the home team. And they know that the harder they work and the farther they go and the more success they have, more people will show up. But it's just a great community. People are excited about the football program right now, but they're also, been talking about basketball starting up here. Our boys programs won the league the last 2 years in a row, and our wrestling program's always really good as well. So just in general, just the success and the hard work of the kids, it's just a lot of fun for them to get that kind of support. And last year, showed up to a football game, and the team had a great year. They made the playoffs and lost a really close one that we battled back against Ursuline. But you could hardly see anybody in the stands because it was mostly parents, or they can only allow a certain percentage in. So it was really small crowds. And for a team to win that much, that was tough. And, because if last year's team would have had the same kind of crowds, and this year to see those crowds come to some of our soccer matches and volleyball and now with football, the crowds that we're getting, we're just hoping that continues on into the winter.
I'll tell you, it really helps that your shade of green sticks out no matter where you're going.
Yeah, it's a unique color. There's not a lot of schools around that have that color, and that's the nice thing about that. You get a lot of reds and blues, but when you see green, you know who it is usually.
You're going to West Branch. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Good luck in the upcoming season, and I'm sure we will talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, I was listening earlier, and I just wanted to say to Ty, Steve Miller, come on, the best coach in the area.
Okay, all right.
We went over into his house last year, and we're 1-0 against Steve. So,
man.
I'll keep that in mind too. We'll be talking some more, Coach. Don't worry, we'll be talking some more.
Okay, you guys do a great job. You got a wealth of knowledge. I've been listening to your football stuff and now basketball stuff, and you just got a lot of nice insight. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it always, and good luck in covering all the football here coming down the stretch and then on into basketball. We're looking forward to seeing you.
We appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much again.
All right. Thanks, guys.